be putting a new starter in our 1985 Dodge D100. This truck has a 318 in it. These starters are going to work on any 318 or 360 in a truck or a car. The kind of starter we're going to be putting in this thing today is called a reduction starter. The reason we do that is because they're much smaller and they also draw less on your battery when cranking. So a tool list of things you're going to need to replace this starter is 5/8 for the actual starter bolts and nut. A lot of times it's been 11/32, but if you have a starter from overseas that's already been changed, you'll be looking at a 5/16 or an 8mm. And for the other starter terminal, you're going to want a 1/2 inch battery terminal as well as a 1/2 inch. Find that when I call the parts store, if this starter doesn't come up for your year, make and model, ask them for a starter out of an early 90s truck or van, and then you'll for sure get the right part, because lots of the time you call them and they have no idea what you're talking about, and it's not going to come up for some of the older models. All right, always start with disconnecting your battery. If you don't, you'll probably know real quick when you go to loosen the connection at the starter and you arc it out on the frame. So we don't want to do that. We don't want to do any barbecuing or electrocuting today. So I've been there, done that. Next, we're going to start loosening our connections off of the starter. Always do that before you go ahead and pull the starter out. You don't want to break any wires or your terminals off, because then you just have more work to do. You could also get a ratchet. Really, like, we're really trying to put in the work. You know, we get babied at work using power tools all the time, so remember where you came from.
A few moments later.
We might be here all night. Oh, I don't know how to act. Run your mouth. Don't look back. Time to take it out. You gotta kind of go up over here, get your hand on the frame, get it out. Oh goodness, these things weigh a ton, man. This one's like weighs nothing. This thing, it's got some mass to it. Big time weight reduction. This thing's gonna be a rocket. The new starter, the reduction starter, the terminals are in a bit different of a spot, so you gotta kind of move your wires around to get them to fit in there, but it usually works out all right. Gee, look at that, man. I get in here and out way easier. It's so much lighter. So this is going to be the starter you want if you're putting headers on your vehicle. They actually fit. I don't think I've ever fit a set of headers in with the bigger starter. And like I say, if you got to pull the starter out when you got the headers, sometimes you could sneak these out, and sometimes you still have to pull the headers, but that's kind of just having headers. So since this starter is from overseas, the signal wire is actually too small for the new terminal on the starter. So I'm just using a small file to make it a little bit bigger. Don't want to use a drill and get things all caught up. You know, I've tried that before and things get wild real quick. So after filing those connectors down, we got them on our terminals, and now we're ready to put the nuts on. I'm just testing the sizes here. This is a tight 1/2 inch, which means it's probably a 13 mil, because, you know, overseas. Okay, now we're gonna start it up. Gotta tighten the belt a little bit there.